Actually, that's what that one was right there. That's, all right. Yes, dum, 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 dum. Hey, the homies are out there. Let me see if I could bring up the YouTube so I could pin that Discord. My mic is good. Yeah, my mic is good. Come on, come on. All right, I want to see the messages because I don't get to see them. All right, Zeus, what's good? Remix, Almighty Finesse, Michael, Marin, what's good, man? How's your day going? My day is going good so far. You got a new controller? Hey, go crazy. True out there. Realm God, Froze. The pie charts are killing me. Yeah, what's up with those pie charts? Ab, what's good, Ab? All right, let me put the Discord. Thank you, Vegeta. Thank you for putting it. Appreciate you, Vegeta. When that joint comes up, then I'll pin it, and then we could get back into business. Mono Bear, what up? Come on, Nightbot, where you at? There we go. Pin messages. I actually gotta pin the I gotta change that. What's good, Callie? What up, Callie? Appreciate all the love, man. You guys are amazing, man. Coming through, showing love. So pie charts for current gen. Is anybody playing current gen? Is anybody gonna be on current gen? I'm excited too, Cordell. Pie charts might turn me away from current gen. Vinny, what's good? Bringing the good news, man. The good news. God is good. Are there new pie charts? Yeah, there's new pie charts. They confirmed there's gonna be pie charts, and they confirmed that they added additional pie charts, which we can go into the news tracker right quick so I can bring it up for y'all. Here we go. I'll just click on this tweet right here, and that's where he says it up here. Current gen builder with some new pie charts were added as well. So pie charts are back. Appreciate you, Cordell. You are sadly, yeah, I know, man. What's good? What's good, Adrian? Just pre-ordered NBA 2K22. Dope, man. Trevor said he's on current gen, gave up on shooting. Well, I mean, I don't think we should be too discouraged if you're on current gen. There's still a lot to look forward to. And considering the gameplay, I think these things are somewhat of an illusion, the player builder and all of that, versus pie charts, like next gen player builder versus pie charts. Somewhat of an illusion. You know, you make a build that if you make a build that you want them to dribble, you're gonna be able to do that with pie charts or the next gen builder. If you make a build that you want them to shoot, you're gonna be able to do that. It's really a matter of the game, in my opinion, at least. And although I do like the next gen builder a lot more. What up, Jay? Yes, sir. We out here. Yep, next Friday, man. It's going by quick. Oh, good. Yeah, only the cruise ship. Well, it's not only the cruise ship because there's gonna be different areas that they travel to, and those events might be lit. You don't know how it's gonna be when they actually get to, a locale. So far, they announced that they're gonna be going to the Caribbean, they're gonna be going to Egypt, and they're gonna be going to Iceland. And that's pretty dope. We know Egypt is gonna be something like Basketball Gods, or at least that's what a lot of people think. But I'm conflicted on current gen and next gen. All my friends are on current, but I ain't buy this PS5 for nothing. You damn right. You ain't buy that PS5 to be just going backwards or taking advantage of the backwards compatibility on the PS5. I would definitely play next gen as well. I mean, make some new friends. If you're out there, you need to make new friends, join us on Discord. The Discord link is pinned. You need players to run with. When you're not running with your friends on current gen, you're looking for players to run with on next gen, join the Discord. 2K current gen is so bad that I play rec now. Well, I mean, the same here. I used to be like solely a park player for years, and then same difference, man. It got so, especially the 2K21 next gen experience, it got so bad. Let me move my mic. Hey, wise guy with the sub, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the sub, wise guy. Yeah, it got so bad that I had to start playing rec as well, or I preferred to play rec where I couldn't play park. That park, that next gen park is so goofy. Oh my god, goofy level on Hall of Fame. Like, wise guy with the resub tier 1, go crazy. Just gifted 2 tier 1 subscriptions. That is dope, man. Look at that. Thank you, wise guy. I appreciate all y'all support and all the different ways y'all make it happen. More people are gonna be on current gen, possibly. Yeah, because why are next gen consoles still so difficult to get your hands on? So y'all let me know what y'all want to get into, what news y'all want to get into. But there's a bunch of stuff that they're talking about, which I'll pull up here. So I've been dropping videos all day on TikTok. If you guys are not familiar with the TikTok, go check us out on TikTok at AllCityLiveTV. The numbers are going insane. We're pulling up on 26,000 followers within the last 28 days. On August 4th, I was at 77 followers. So yeah, go check us out. The TikTok is going insane. I love the community over there. But let's check out some, what else they got here. Interior defense. You went to GameStop? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up, Cordell. Appreciate you joining. They haven't mentioned anything about anti-up. Do you think 2K... The reason I think 2K21 next gen is one of the worst 2Ks ever released. And if it's not worse than 2K18, it's right there with it. I can't say that I was able to play the entire year of 2K18. I was unable to play the entire year of 2K21 next gen. 2K21 next gen was the first time that I ever put down and deleted a 2K during this annual cycle ever. So it says a lot, and it could be just out of frustration because we had 2K18 already, so I didn't expect 2K to go that route again. But I really didn't enjoy my experience on 2K21. It seemed like the game was dumbed down and it was watered down, and it was almost disrespectful to me how poor the gameplay mechanics were. Do you know if big man contacts are unblocked or are unlocked to power forward or center, or if it's like next gen where you have to be 6'10" and up? It's possible that it might be on next gen, because I know they, and this may just be reaching, but when they talked about the shots, let me bring back the when they talked about shots, they said you have to be 6'9" and under to unlock all the jump shots. So I imagine 6'10" and above will do well for the finishing. So yeah, that's quite possible. 6'10" and up to unlock those contacts. I imagine that'd be the case. Here, what up, 20? Yeah, 2K21 next gen was just wildly terrible. Wildly terrible. So it says here for contests, and there's a lot of information that Mike Wang, he's been going insane. Like, he's just been dropping so much information. I'm like, what the hell? Why did we get a Corsair report again? This makes you, man. All right, so it says here for contests we use, oh, this is hella interesting. Y'all let me, I'm hella curious to think what you guys think. I'm hella curious as to what you guys think. Let me pull up the tweet big so y'all can see it here. It says for contests, and I'll just highlight it here. For contests, we use interior defense, right? They use interior defense for contests in the paint, and perimeter defense. No, it says for contests, we use interior defense in the paint and perimeter defense for outside this year. All right, so for contests, they're going to use interior defense, the interior defense attribute for like paint contests, and they're going to use the perimeter defense attribute for outside contests. The block rating will determine how frequently you actually make contact with the ball, actually get a block animation. What do y'all think about that? Imagine Pie. I know Ace Boogie is sad. Hall of Fame Menace about to be something for real. But what do y'all think about that? Interior defense and perimeter defense are gonna be what cause there to be like to alter the offense. So those are gonna alter the success of the offense, not necessarily get you like your hand on the ball, but your block attribute will determine if your hand touches the ball on that contest. So you know how if you're close to somebody, it might be considered a contest or whatnot, or you might get your hands up and it might be considered a contest and minimize the success of a shot or a drive. But the blocking attribute, the actual contact of making your hand touch the ball, pause, is gonna be in your block rating. So I thought that was hella interesting when he broke that down. I was like, what are they doing here? So yeah, I'm curious to see what y'all think about that. Thank you for following, Zer. Appreciate it, man. Wonder if it means that the higher block rating is, the bigger contests we make with block. Well, he basically broke it down, saying that it just determines your block rating will solely determine how frequent you're. So in other words, let's say, put it like this. This is what I'm getting at here. Let's say you have a high interior defense and a high perimeter defense, right? You're going to get those contests that will alter the offensive shot or the offensive drive, but you may not actually get your hand like to get the block animation. So you could put low. I'm wondering, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm wondering if you could actually just lower your block rating, or like you won't want to get a 99 block, for instance, but you're still going to be an elite defender because the contest is going to be considered by perimeter defense and interior defense. You get what I'm saying here? So you might not get the fancy animation of getting the block, but you're still going to be an elite defender if you just have perimeter defense. And so I'm trying to figure out where we could save some attributes. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. You could play it on the 9th at 8 a.m. There you go. Yep. Yeah. And the 9th at 8 a.m. is the first time that the game is available to, the first people around the world, the people that it's like 8 a.m. Eastern for them. Well, I guess it's midnight for them. Midnight on the 9th at 8 a.m. Eastern. It'll be midnight for them. So that's hella. And shout out to the 80 in the chat. So basically, you'll never get the block, but you will get 90 plus contests on shots inside. Yes, that's what I'm getting at, 20. Because who really, I mean, I love the idea of getting block animations. Don't get me wrong, the animation itself. But if you're telling me I'm still gonna get a high level contest, do I need the block animation? Can I save points on the blocking attribute? Is that possible? Because he says it right there, clear as day, y'all. He says it, yo, bless. He says it clear as day. For contests, we use interior defense in the paint and perimeter defense for outside. Now that's gonna determine your contest. The block rating will determine how frequently you actually make contact with the ball. Pause. So it's like, if you could just use perimeter defense and interior defense, then we may not need the block rating, unless people actually want the animation of an actual block. And I could see how blocks become a factor too, because you could get like fast breaks off a block and things like this. But is definitely interesting. I thought that was interesting. But if you don't actually need the block and can save your attributes for something else that may be clutch, definitely something to look into. I know it's gonna be hard for a lot of people to just not put up their blocking attribute. But that's definitely some information we're gonna take with us into 2K22. Especially if you're making like a P lock or something like that. Like if I make a perimeter lockdown, if I make a P lock, my blocking attribute is gonna be really low. I'm going to put it up on perimeter defense. But if I make an interior type of player, I might increase my block rating a little bit higher. I get to play at 9 a.m. Hey, a lot of people going to punt block. Next gen definitely going to be the game to play. Well, I mean, I think both are going to be interesting. Pie charts mess up current gen. I did see play shots and paint beasts all year round. I know nobody wants to see the same game again. They said they added some new pie charts. So, you know, that may be a thing. Let's go back into the talk because that may be a thing. The Menace badge is looking like some. Keep this in mind, y'all. I was thinking today as I was going through a bunch of this stuff. Keep Menace in mind when you're making your builds. Because the Menace badge, everybody's going to run Menace on Hall of Fame, depending on how effective it is. But I imagine it's going to be a highly effective badge. So when you're making your builds, the Menace badge is going to drop attributes. It's not going to drop badges like defensive stopper. It's going to hit attributes. When you put that, when you're going for your 3-point shot, I know a lot of people are going to want to be like, well, maybe I could put an 83-point shot. Everybody's going to be running Menace. So keep that in mind that if you're putting an 83-point shot, your 3-point shot might drop to 76 with going up against somebody with Hall of Fame Menace on. So keep that stuff in mind, y'all. I would imagine that you guys want to add +4 to whatever your ideal 3-point shot is. At least that's how I'm going to approach it. If I'm going to make like a minimum 3-ball, if I'm going to make a player with like a minimum 3-ball, like I'm considering a P lock and I'm trying to be strategic about that. But if I'm going to make a player that his priority or his strength lies in something else like defense or maybe finishing, and I'm trying to minimize my 3-ball so I could let somebody else shoot lights out, but I could hit when I need to, I'm going to put +4 on whatever my lowest 3-point attribute, I may consider. I'll just put +4 on that just in case. It says Menace only for smother shots, but that's not the 2K way. Menace is going to be Intimidator. Menace is going to be like the Intimidator for the perimeter. It's just not the 2K way. Because if it's not noticeably effective, then people are gonna take notice to it really quick. So I think 2K is gonna make it that it is effective, and we're gonna see. We'll see what happens, but just keep that stuff in mind. That's an interesting question, Elegant. Do you think I can get the game on another account? I pre-ordered it. You should. Damn, you got banned by PlayStation or Xbox. If you got banned by PlayStation or Xbox, you just get in contact with them. They'll be able to, get in contact with them. They'll be able to hook it up. You got to keep in mind as well that there may be people that just cap a lot and try to get a free. You're gonna have to contact. I want to know. Do you know if the new next gen builder will contain attribute caps for badges? No attribute from what I've noticed so far. Because you know how you remember like you had to put like bullet passer to 84 in order to get I mean you had to put passing accuracy or something like that to 84 in order to get bullet passer on Hall of Fame. I think it was that. Maybe it was even a little higher. But either way, I know what you're referring to about caps on the badges. And I think this year is when you get a particular like you put your passing accuracy up, it'll open up the badge to being available to you. And if you have enough badge points, you could put it to Hall of Fame. So you could choose whatever badge you want to Hall of Fame. It's not like, I don't think you're gonna have the same cap like in 21 where maybe you could only get it to gold until you get to this attribute. I'm pretty sure that this year, from what they said, they're giving you more freedom than ever, and you no longer have to worry about that. I don't think you would have to worry about that in 2K22. I'm having an issue with my P5 having a jumping screen is green. I don't know what that could be, Bishop. We've had like we've had people have issues with their PS5. I think there's a factory reset, although I don't take my word for that because I ain't buying none of y'all no PS5. So do that at your own risk. But I think there's like a factory reset, and I'd recommend just unplugging everything, shutting it all down. What's happening, WrestleMania? What's good? Relax. What's good? Reckless. I think you're gonna earn badges through the levels where you can unlock any badge at any time. Yep. What up, Cap? What's good? Yeah, it sounds like they wrapped up the defense, man. So I'm looking forward to better defense. I'm looking forward to seeing balance in the game. It'll be hard. 126 in the chat. All City told me to break my PS5. Fags, that shit is not going down. What up, James? What's good, James? Shout out to James, man, holding down our Discord like crazy. That's awesome. I'm having issues with my Xbox on authentication failed. I don't know anything about Xbox or how you need to authenticate. I wouldn't know what to do for Xbox. All City, we are supposed to be having more badges on bills than previous 2Ks. Well, yeah, they did mention there's a theory that we may have more badges, like no badge cap, like 30 per category. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a badge cap. From the image we saw, we did see in the shooting category that and that was for the WNBA, but somebody made a good point, which I'll get to in a second. For the WNBA, the image that they showed was that the player had 32 badges on their shooting category, which exceeds the normal 30 cap. So it made it seem, but it is the W. Someone came into the stream and said, keep in mind, I forgot who it was. If you're in here, shout out to you. But they said keep in mind, because they get less finishing, they're allotted more shooting. So I don't know. It's definitely something interesting. Demigods, what do you think about the new pie charts gonna be? I don't know, man, because I thought they had it covered. You guys probably know more than me if you spent a good amount of time on current gen. You guys let me know your thoughts about what could they offer for current. Like, what other pie charts could there be? What are they missing? That's definitely interesting. I need someone to grind with on twos. If you need someone to grind with, I consider clicking the link for Discord. We have the Discord link pinned right now. You can click the link and join our Discord if you're looking for players to run with. Probably some more in between BS. That's what I'm thinking. OG Croutons, appreciate you, man. Deadly Snags, appreciate the sub. Zer, appreciate the follow. I don't like the idea of pie charts. I'm sorry that they made that happen like that. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I don't know why. Half and half pies? Like what, OG? Like half defense, half playmaking? But then what happens to the other? A dunking, playmaking, shot creator. Shot creating is back. Shot creating is back. It's looking like it's gonna be a IQ type of year, and I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of grinding, this dude is a grinder on YouTube. Yeah, man, we out here. I'm actually more so grinding on TikTok right now. But yeah, we put in work on YouTube. Shout out to All City. W has no standing or driving dunks. Yeah. There you go. So W has no standing or driving dunks. Green's cage just said that. So they were probably given the opportunity to get more shooting badges. So we don't know if that's going to transfer over. It's possible that it can, but it's also possible we'll see another 30 badge cap per category. Apple pies and blueberry pies. That's what it's probably finna to be like. It's just probably finna to be sweet on current gen. Apple pies and blueberry pies. Making a shot creator. Green and blue. Shooting bigs. Shooting bigs back. Shooting bigs look like they're hey, appreciate the like on the stream, Nolan. Thank you. Holding down Facebook. When I had enough money for the game, I contacted my bank. Nothing wrong. I also contacted Microsoft. Oh, has this happened to anyone else? Yeah, that's interesting. You got to get that out there. I definitely don't want to go back to pie charts. I like the freedom of next gen. Yeah, they just had to balance the power forwards. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that. Jamal Middlebrooks was good. Appreciate you coming through. I don't think we have to worry about that on next gen. I am gonna be. I find it interesting. I do want to go back. I don't mind so much because I know as long as we have next gen, we are right. But I wouldn't mind going to check out. And I'm a little biased because I'm thinking content. Everything I'm thinking is just content. So I'm like, yeah, let me go in and see what pie charts they have on current gen. So from that aspect, I'm not looking at it as a player, and I don't plan to invest too heavily in current gen. I just want to go over there and have fun. I usually make one big, one small forward or power forward or point guard. I'm thinking the 6'5" PG shooting guard scoring machine build might be the one again. I'm still making my small forward build, but post scorers looks like, yeah, the post scorers look like they're getting some light. Moving shots is gonna be something this year. Did ya? I'm gonna drop a TikTok about this really soon. Maybe after, I might drop it tonight, or I might wait for tomorrow. But there was something interesting where he was talking about the chef badge. And as you guys know, deep threes has been removed from the game and has been split into two badges. One of those badges is the chef badge, and another badge is the limitless spot up badge, which will allow you to take catch and shoot type of shots from logo range. But he did talk about something really interesting with the chef badge, which I'm gonna bring up right now. I just gotta find it. It was a little further down because I had to look for it. Here we go. I'm gonna bring that up. You go into the news tracker, and he says here, this for the rules for the chef badge, and he said this could possibly change, but he's gonna get community feedback. You must be 30 feet from the basket. If you guys don't know about the chef badge, is taking moving shots from long range. So you must be 30 feet from the basket. You have to wait 2 seconds or more after a catch. So if somebody passes you the rock, you're gonna have to wait 2 seconds before you shoot in order for this badge to be effective. And you have to be moving for at least a half a second. So if you catch the badge, stay still and take like a mini step and shoot, it's not gonna activate. You have to be moving for at least a half a second. So after you catch the rock, you gotta have it for 2 seconds and gotta be moving for at least a half a second. If you stop before shooting, you have to this is hella like, wow. If you stop, say you move, say you catch the rock, boom, you move for 2 seconds and then stop, you have to shoot but within 1 second of that stop in order for it to be effective. So there's no deep threes. There's no deep threes. They removed deep threes. They split deep threes into two badges. One of those badges is chef, which is what we were just explaining right now, and the other badge is limitless spot up. So that's, what do you think about the hella confusing, but I'll break it down. I know it's confusing, yeah, I get it. First, you got to be 30 feet. Second, when somebody passes you the rock and you catch it, a counter starts. So you catch the rock, a counter starts. You have to be moving. You have to have that rock in your hands. So in other words, put it like this. I'll put it like this. I'll break it down. If somebody passes you the rock and you catch it and shoot before 2 seconds, then that falls into the catch and shoot category. If you have to wait 2 seconds after catching that rock and then move for at least a half a second to shoot the rock for Chef to activate. If you're moving, you're dribbling, you're going back and forth, and you stop, you have to shoot within a half a second, within 1 second for that shot to count, or for the Chef badge to activate for that shot. So you can't just stop and wait 2 seconds and think the Chef badge is going to work for you. So it's a lot going on with that. I'm a chef, so I rock that badge. There's a lot going on. I said, when I was reading that, I said, are you kidding me? Listen, I know a 2K. I was thinking that 2K21 was so watered down and so dumbed down, and that 2K looks at the community like they must be stupid to enjoy a game like that. And then I read this and I'm like, yo, but this is way too complicated. Like, come on. That's way I appreciate that he kind of broke it down like this, and I understand what it means. But a lot of people just don't even want to think about everything this means. What up, Agent Q? Yeah, Chef with Limitless. All shooters are going to be running this. It's a fact. Chef and Limitless Spot Up, real shooters out there are going to be running this. Get used to it, yeah? Because you're going to be seeing Chef everything. Everything is going to be Chef and Limitless Spot Up. And I don't even know. I'm not too confident in Limitless Spot Up because they've been failing with that. But they basically took your takeover and put it back to a badge. Yeah, Chef low-key golded. I guess it'll add a skill gap. It's a good idea. You know, I like that they broke it down. But yeah, it does create a skill gap. How effective is it? When I was listening to, let me go back into the talk. I like that they're making shooters use more badges on Limitless. I like that idea too. When I was listening to the Czar on his live stream, and he's a developer for defense. When I was listening to him on live stream, and he was talking about how like large the system is, and how there's timers for everything. There's timers to move a player into a particular position or hold him there for a set amount of time before moving him. And it made me realize like every aspect of this thing is based on like timers. And if a lot of these badges are based on timers as well, we could kind of get a new idea, a new look as to how they incorporate these badges into our game. Interesting stuff, man. I use Mismatch Expert Hall of Fame. Yeah. So you're gonna have Chef. You're gonna have Chef. You're gonna have Limitless Spot Up, and you're gonna have Mismatch Expert on Hall of Fame. And Blinders is still in the game, right? So I went into. Can you elaborate on taking Takeover and turning it into a badge? Well, the idea that we had these Limitless Spot Up takeovers. They really just sway back and forth. And if you guys don't know, like things like the fancy footwork badge, which was super goated, they turned into a takeover badge, and they like to do that. They're switching it from this year is something totally different because they got takeover perks, but they like to just switch things and present them as something new. I think the community is. I just see it like a huge portion of the community is short-sighted, and that's because they want to be optimistic about their experience. Short-sighted in the sense that they don't see the the tactics of 2K for the moment. Some people don't care to see it. You know, they just don't. They just want to play the game. They don't want to get into the politics of the game, and I understand that. But when you're playing it for long enough, you see what 2K does, and they take this something old, introduce it as something new, get rid of it for a year, bring it back, and say, you know, that is something brand new. We're used to this stuff already. It's getting old. But the limitless badge. So the limitless spot up badge, what up, Des 2K? The limitless spot up badge will allow you to shoot from like logo range, but it's catch and shoot situation. So I think you got to shoot within a second or two of catching the ball for that badge to be effective. But for the chef rules badge, you're gonna have to shoot after catching the ball, because you don't want to fall into the catch and shoot category. So after catching the ball, you're gonna have to wait about 2 seconds, move, and then shoot, and the chef badge comes into effect. So with the new dunk system, with the right stick, if you're wide open trying to do a flashy dunk, you will have to time it. So keep in mind that it is now called this will help clear things up with the dunk system. This is why they're calling it aggressive skill dunk, because they wanted to kind of take it out your minds that it's a flashy dunk. It's called an aggressive skill dunk because you're going to use this as an option for contact dunks. Anything else, if you just want to get the 2 points, hold left, hold right, hold up, or press box. But if you see a defender in the paint and you're like, I'm finna body him, or at least I'm going to try to body him, then you're going to go into an aggressive skill dunk. And this will help increase, there's still posterizer in here as well, but this will increase your chances of completing that with a defender in the paint. So if you're wide open, I wouldn't even recommend using the aggressive skill dunk. If you're wide open, this is why they're trying to lean towards away from flashy, because now it's considered an aggressive skill dunk. You'd be put into a timer, and I don't think people want to risk missing like a wide open dunk when there's nobody there for you to be aggressive on. What up, Almighty Rob boy? Shane, what up, Shane? Yeah, if you want to shoot threes, run limitless and chef. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. I tried to tweet at Mike Wang about strength. Yeah, I know he didn't mention strength yet. I do everything with the shot stick: pass, shoot, oop, steal, off. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I've gotten really used to the shot stick as well, but not for shooting. I'm gonna use the mouse in the house badge, Hall of Fame, for my center. There shouldn't even be a mouse in the house badge. It's unfortunate that they had to be. How long I'm spending in the builder? Quite a while. We definitely want to get out, especially if we're live streaming. We're gonna be live streaming on release night, the second it releases. But y'all all welcome to come join us and check out what we're doing. But I want to get out and see everything, like just to show people that we're playing with, or people that are watching, what everything looks like. But my intention is to find that build. My intention is to find the weakness, where the 2K fail, and hopefully we can't find it. Hopefully everything looks balanced. But we're going to be spending a good amount of time in the builder. A post playmaker badge. Breaking news: Jalen Rose goes crazy and says the Lakers have the best lineup of all time after acquiring the 2 best point guards right now, Rondo and Gobrook. Do you think there will be dribblers who can dribble for 2 minutes? Well, the way in which they're revamping this defense, they attempted to say that they're going to have the defense force passes, force dribblers to pass. They haven't really gotten too in depth on all that entails. But considering that dribbling and playmaking have gotten some additional badges as well, it's something that we're going to have to wait and see. Like what happens there? How is your stamina affected by your dribble moves? Remember, they did touch base on stamina, saying that your stamina is gonna take a hit if you. And I'm surprised nobody's really talking about that right now, because that was huge when they said your stamina is gonna be based on how much energy you exert into particular dribble moves. So I'm surprised nobody's bringing that up more. I think defense is going to be OP because they felt a need to put that shoot over the defender's badge. So my theory is that they felt the offensive players needed a buff. That's definitely a different way to look at it. I appreciate you saying that. That's definitely a good way to look at it, which I didn't even have that perspective initially. I was just bothered by seeing all these offensive like crutches. And I'm like, well, I thought you said it was about defense, but why are you giving the offense so much? And that could be why. That could very well be why. Making build and making jump shots the best. What's up, Rico? Rico holding down. Hopefully I can make a good build. That's what I'm hoping for too. A build that I could take with me. You know, I created so many builds on 2K21. I'm hoping that I could get a build that I could take with me at least halfway through the year. I don't want to just be making builds all willy-nilly. My thing is, if defense is skill-based, I feel bad for casuals and people with low-rated defense. Without the shot stick aiming, I'm making a lockdown. Hey, what up, Alpha? What's going on, man? Everything good? Gonna be tough making my first build. It's hard to say about casuals this year. I think casuals are in for shock treatment. They had 2K21. It was a great year for casuals to get on the game, get a feel for it. And I think if you're a ball player, if you understand like IQ and shot selection and things of that nature, hopefully wide open shots are rewarded, and casuals could get that understanding that, all right, if I'm wide open, I shoot the rock, and it'll be based on shot selection, and they can evolve from there. Hopefully that's the case. But I think 2K21 set a bad example. It just set a bad example and let people take really poor shots. Really poor IQ was rewarded in 2K21 next gen. Just seemed like we was in a twilight zone for a year, and I'm glad that they're changing things up. That's the hardest thing, sticking with one build all year. What up, Millie? What's good? It is hard to stick with one build. I've never been a player that creates a ton of builds. 2K16, I went with pretty much one build all year. 2K17, I had maybe two. 2K18, I used pretty much one build all year, although I did start with like a center build and moved on to a shot creator. And then after that, I started making multiple builds. But people won't learn. That's a problem. They'll cry until 2K breaks the game. Hey, Kenny Riddick donated $4.99 through Super Chat. What do you think the best build gonna be this year? Power forward, center wise. Power forward, center wise build. I would try to create KD. When you're making your build, even if you want him to be more dominant on defense, I would go with the KD oriented type of offense. Even like at power forward, center, I would lean to, because I think they're gonna be rewarded for that type of offense, where you're gonna take this crazy mid-range shot. You may not be shooting from further ranges, but you're gonna take this. You're gonna have just a sick mid-range game. You're gonna have the step backs, the fades, the The step overs, hop jumpers, middies are money. Mike Wang said it himself, middies are money. And then we saw in the gameplay trailer where they showed a couple of hooks that went in off the post. So, you know, I'd consider something like that. You're gonna have a lot of options. It looks like you're gonna have a lot of options. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you got the Dirk, you got the Kareem, and you got the KD. So, you know, leaning on KD, I like speed and things like that. So I would lean towards something along those lines, especially with defense being ramped up. We don't know how effective those moves are gonna be in the post against the Menace on Hall of Fame. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, 199 from Tommy. Goat Brooks should be a 96 overall, AD a 97, and Braun a 98. I appreciate the 199. That's dope. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. I don't know about AD, Braun. I don't know. I feel like Giannis should have been up there. Curry should have probably went higher. There's a lot of players that should have been rated differently, but 2K does have the power to adjust these ratings. I guess they want to see what happens at the beginning. Supermo, what's going on? I'm hoping we get a new rec this year. I would love to see a new rec center, new jerseys, new rec center. I would love to see rotating courts, like rotating designs on the courts throughout the year, things like that. Lakers old as hell. They should all be a 90. He said, I'm a huge Lakers fan. I see it. Yeah, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of information, a lot to look forward to. I'm going to see if we could get some more because there was still the spin dunk is out. Shot speed changes. I have it here. Let me bring it up on my computer right quick because I have it here. Shot speed changes. So shot speed changes, man. Let me put my thing back here. New rec, man. Yeah, for real. Will randoms ever not be toxic? We don't have toxic randoms in. You gotta join our community. Click the link in Discord that you see pinned in the chat, or type !Discord. If you're looking for players to run with, you don't want any level of toxicity, join us in Discord. Because if you're out there running with randoms, you're probably gonna have a tough time out there. Shot speed no longer varies based on distance. What up, Grim? Did y'all get that? You know how your shot speed will change? How like it was a faster, like your speed will increase the further you are. So shot speed no longer varies based on distance, but it will still vary. Your speed will still vary on other factors such as fatigue. So if you're tired, your shot speed might vary. I thought that was hella interesting too. Midwest Rich 499. Appreciate the 499. Man, going crazy. They said they have more pie charts. I wonder if Park will be dead with matchmaking in the game now. I imagine Matt Abbott. Damn, y'all going crazy with the super chats. Go insane then. 189. Midwest, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the 499 super chat. And Matt Abbott, I appreciate that as well, man. Shout out to y'all, man. That's super amazing, man. That's just super dope. But matchmaking in the game. I imagine if matchmaking is successful, there's if it's successful. And for it to be successful, they have to minimize latency. There can't be a ton of lag. We shouldn't be playing against AIs, and we got to be able to find opponents quickly. And they got to match us up properly. Don't be matching up a legend or 99 overalls against 60 overalls. So matchmaking needs to happen like properly. It needs to be implemented properly. And if that's the case, this is a very well be a good thing. I can see the parks being dead as far as like playing on a park court. But there's going to be so many other things. The city should be a place where you're traveling and moving, and maybe the park will be dead. You could go into the event or whatever to play your matchmaking. But there's going to be so many players out there doing their quests and trying to take care of the objectives, because even in seasons, you got to play games in order to advance in the season. So they might have found a way to like make sure people stay in the park. But then again, I'm wondering, is there 5 matchmaking? Same as they do in Call of Duty. I can see that, man. Yep, same as they do in Call of Duty. Hopefully they get it right. Yeah, hopefully they get it right. I don't see what would be. It is all about execution. See, 2K is great at talking, but their follow through is where they suffer. So they able to tell us that or present us. They're an innovative company. They're innovative in what they do. And I like that they're that way, but they gotta follow through. And they follow through this year. We're looking at like one of the best possible years. I prefer the next gen builder as well. Yeah, matchmaking should be less laggy than Park. It usually is, right? It usually is less laggy. I don't think they're gonna mess up affiliations this year. Zitandara, wagwan. I don't think is there any new gameplay. They did have clips of new gameplay because they dropped the PA announcers video. So they did show a bunch of clips as they were introducing each PA announcer. As far as like just regular gameplay, nah. Affiliations, I think you're gonna be able to match make. Like, I think it's in the same experience like with Rec. I don't think you have to worry about affiliations when going into matchmaking. I think they're gonna get that right. Yeah, y'all be sure to check out that TikTok as well. 198 pulling up on Big 200 in the chat. Let's go. So we're trying to stay focused, like laser focused on all the new information that 2K is giving us, and try to at least create some type of educated guess as to what we're going to receive for 2K22, comparing with the things that they've told us for 2K21 prior to release, matching that up with what we received for 2K21, because that was like night and day from what they said the game was going to be to what we actually received on 2K21. So we're trying to do the same thing here with 2K22. They just dropped that Corsair report, and it was a lot of info in there. But man, I gotta tell you, I've referred more to Mike Wang's Twitter and his replies than I have to the Corsair report. Mike Wang has been dropping bombs. Late was good, late. Yeah, so they should let us wear compression shirts under jerseys at the park. That would be dope. If I'm not mistaken, they used to let us do that. Maybe it was just always Rec. I could have sworn I used to put on compressions. Maybe I just wore the tight shirt. How do you feel about Mismatch Expert? I feel, well, somebody brought up a good cool cozy. Somebody brought up a good point earlier where they said Mismatch Expert, because I was totally against the idea of Mismatch Expert. And I dropped a video on Mismatch Expert today. And Mike Wang referred to it as the Giant Slayer badge. And it's like a Giant Slayer badge for shooters. And I didn't like the idea, because they're telling us things like defense is priority 1. Chase Bryant, appreciate the sub. Or Chaz Bryant. They're telling us things like defense is priority 1, and that's what they're selling us. And they're putting a huge focus on defense this year. But then we hear nothing but offense getting all these like boosts for the most part. And the mismatch badge is the mismatch expert badge is like one of the biggest boosts, and that's to shoot over taller defenders. So somebody just made a point earlier today saying, hey, Corey to go, appreciate the follow. Somebody just made a point earlier today saying maybe they gave the offense all those boosts because while they were testing the new defense, they saw how overpowered the defense was, so they had to start creating these boosts for offense. And maybe the defense kind of went over and they had to kind of balance it out by bringing back up the offense to meet the defense that's out there. So hopefully that's the case. That's the most optimistic way of looking at it. Hey, Paris Diamond, appreciate it. Appreciate the follow. What game are you going to be on? Day one, I'm going to be on next gen. I'll probably try both of them for the sake of the viewers. But I'm going to start. The first one that I'll pop open is next gen. Well, we're getting closer to 2,000 followers on Twitch. That's amazing. If you guys don't know, we're live streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch simultaneously. So if you see me talking, it's because I'm looking at the comments from all three platforms. Tommy Guns with the new sub. Let's go. Tommy Guns holding it down. 1 away from 200 in the chat. Yeah, I'm definitely streaming day one, Shifty. Definitely streaming day one. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm super excited with all this information. I'm like, man, Mustafa, appreciate the sub, Mustafa. Go crazy out there. Go crazy. Let's see what other. Let me make sure. I'm gonna refresh Mike Wayne's because Mike Wayne, he's been going crazy all year. I mean, all day. So to see him, I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Better steal animations unlocked after a certain threshold is met for steal rating. In new gen, yes, the steal rating is much more important for steal success this year. You guys gonna be increasing your steal? Hopefully they remove the AI playing in the background in the rec. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna. 4 likes from 100, yeah. Hey, 4 likes from 100. EJ Bryan with the sub. I'm gonna refresh this chat because I might miss some comments. Just repost your comment. When I refresh the chat, it takes a second to reload, so I don't want to miss anybody's comment. What yeah first park y'all played? People that got next gen really debating on playing current instead. It's interesting. It ain't like, hey, appreciate the follow. Let's get it, GA with the follow. I appreciate it, man. People that got next gen really debating on current instead. I mean, you can't just totally discredit current gen. There's a ton of players that are gonna be on current gen, and Hookbang, you gotta look at it like this as well. This is the first year 2K just acquired Hookbang, right? Hookbang is now Visual Concepts Austin, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're gonna want to show improve. They know they're not in competition with the veteran developers that are creating 2K22 for next gen, but they're gonna want to make something viable. Like they're gonna want to make sure they set themselves to be known. Like, yo, we created current gen. They're not gonna just create some trash game on current gen. So I don't know. Yes, sir, Sean. What up, Sean? What's good? When's the first 2K I started playing Park? Oh, first 2K I started playing Park. I was heavily invested in 16. That's the first time I had Legend. That's what I could say. 16 is the first time I had Legend, and I was really invested in. It's all I played, and I played hours on end. Salute to you too, SB Talk Sports. Salute to you. Big 200 in the chat. Turn us up. Big J Mac, appreciate the sub. This is gonna be a W. Yeah, it's possible, El Nino. Salute to you too, man. Salute to you too. Scriptures was good. 5 years from now, what? Unknown Mystery, appreciate the follow. Our team jersey should be the clothing our player starts off with. I didn't get next gen to play old stuff like current gen. I get it. I get it. How you feel about the dunk meter? How long before the community starts complaining about it? Well, the dunk meter, I think is a good addition. Let me just break it down. The dunk meter is not for every single dunk. I broke this down earlier if you guys were here. It's not a dunk meter per se. It's now called an aggressive skill dunk. So you're gonna want to use this meter when someone's in the paint and you want to catch a body on them. So when you're like trying to set up, you're in that position to go and you want to be aggressive at this moment. This is where you're gonna use the timing or the dunk meter. When you go into an aggressive skill dunk, that's when that timer is gonna come up. But in other words, if you're going for a wide open dunk, nobody's there, there's no reason to trigger the aggressive skill dunk. So you'll just hit left, right, up, or box. But if you really want to catch a body, then you'll trigger the aggressive skill dunk. That'll increase your chances for a contact dunk, along with the posterizer increasing your chances for a contact dunk. So that's what the timer on the dunk meter is, and it only happens, and you can't turn it off. It only happens when you press down on your right stick and hit R2. Hey, Sean with the $5 super chat. Go crazy, man. We finna start off 2K22 on a good note. K Brown, appreciate the sub. So that's what it's looking like for some of the things on next gen. Let's see what else. Let's see if Mike Wang sent that. Oh, let me tell y'all guys about this as well. If you haven't seen this, there's a great tool. I'll go into the news tracker right now. There's a great tool on 2KW. 2KW.com recently just released this great tool for badges, which we're going to be using as well. And I think you guys should know about this. It's going to give you a list of all your badges. And they got the new badges up there, but they haven't finished this thing off for the new badges just yet. But if you click on any badge, and this will help you guys get more familiar with the badges, which badges you should have equipped on what type of player. Because when you click on any badge, it'll tell you the best badge to combine it with, which I'm sure they'll update accordingly. But it'll also tell you the best badge to build, like the best build that this badge is suited for. And it gives you a lot of other information for each individual badge. So we're going to be going into this. There's going to be a good reference for us. I thought you guys should have that reference as well. 2KW.com. Go check them out. Shout out to 2KW for making that happen. That was super amazing. I'm using Limitless Takeoff on Hall of Fame. A lot of people are. This year, top rep. Grind for top rep. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be going for top rep this year. We're going to see what it looks like. They have to really show improve. Like they really have to show some for me to go grind crazy. It's like, I don't know what they're going to do. Like I said, if we follow the trend, like I said before, following the trend lets us believe, at least gives some room that 2K is going to get it right this time. And it may be a grinding year. And if it is a good game, then a lot of people are going to grind and Legend gets his respect back again and all this stuff. We don't know if, I don't know if you guys heard that you got to complete 4 seasons to be a legend. So I don't know if that's going to be an easy task or a hard task, but it's good to see that the grind has some potential to be respected again. And hopefully it's not nearly as much of a grind or hopefully the incentives match the grind. That's what I'm hoping for, more so than anything. And with the new seasons added, it looks like the incentives are going to match the grind. And I used the reference before from like Warzone. If you guys ever play Warzone, You get like, I would purchase the battle pass. I'll just tell you guys my experience. I'd purchase the battle pass, but I wouldn't even be concerned with like achieving or completing that battle pass, because we would guarantee play through the battle pass like a piece of cake. So the incentives were just an additional bonus. And I'm hoping that that's the case with 2K, that the incentives from the seasons are just an additional bonus that you just accumulate without even noticing, because the gameplay is so good. So we could only hope. King Quan, just do it for this year. I'm definitely ready to get this game because it's looking dope. It is looking dope so far, Haddies. Plus, I'm getting my next-gen console this holiday. Hey, that's what's up. I'll be lucky if it hit All-Star this year. Why you say that? Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, I can see that, Don. I can see that, Don. You'd be half asleep. Well, they have something called seasons. What up, Pluto? Seasons are they're operating something like a battle pass. King KG, what up? What's good? I'm trying to say I like your glasses. Appreciate you, Pluto. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. These are blue light glasses, y'all. It helps alleviate from like screens, staring at screens and stuff like that. And I always have these lights in my grill while I'm live streaming, so it helps alleviate some of the strain. What up, Jay Phantom? Was good. Big West. Shout out to everybody in the stream. 226, man. Turn us up. Turn us up. People are interested, man. There's so much to talk about, like in the news. There's just people are like, yo, what is going on? Mike Wang is dropping these bombs. Posterizer in NBA 2K22. Posterizer is back in NBA 2K22, and it boosts the frequency of contact dunks with the button. And it makes it easier to successfully finish aggressive skills dunks. So if you like driving with the box button, or if you're on Xbox, I don't know what you use, I think it is, or something like that. But you know, Posterizer is going to boost contact dunk frequency using the button, but it's also going to increase the success of using the new aggressive skill dunk feature. So Mike P was good. Can't believe that current gen My Player Builder is still the same. I know that's heartbreaking, but hey, you guys got additional pie charts, and we're gonna be making a bunch of content on all those additional pie charts. The XP got to be more than this year. If not, then it's a long road to get to legend. That's what I'm curious of, because when they showed scriptures, when they showed the images of the rewards for the seasons, now we had an image of rewards for MyTeam, and they showed the XP goal, like to get to level 28 you needed this amount of XP. They didn't show no XP on none of the rewards for like My Career in the My Career seasons. So I thought that was interesting. They didn't want to give off any idea of the grind that you need to, you know, invest to get those top tier rewards. Glue hand should have been achievable, like how you get the gym rat badge. I'm wondering about the gym rat badge. What are they gonna do with that? What are they gonna do with the gym rat badge? So is there a certain amount of attribute points taken if the defender has the Menace badge? Is it based off tier? Is it based off tier badge? Some people just don't, you know, I'm just gonna knock grammar, but is it based off the tier of the badge? That's what he meant to say. And Mike Wang responded with, yes, the higher the tier, the more attributes are hit. And keep in mind that the Menace badge is hitting your attributes. The Menace badge will be hitting your attributes. So like I said earlier, when you're creating your player, and you're thinking about your 3-point shot, I recommend that you increase it by 4, especially if you're making like a low 3-point type of shooter, a shooter that you just need him to hit shots sometimes. So you put him at an 83-point shot. Keep in mind that a lot of people are going to be running that Menace on Hall of Fame. So if that Menace badge is going to be taking attributes away from you, I recommend that you increase it by 4 at least. So that way your 3-point shot isn't dropping from an 80 to a 76 or from a 76 to a 72. Keep that in mind. Only legend rep level this year. I like the Menace badging, yeah. RVN, what up? As long as my gameplay is solid, balanced, and makes sense, that's all I'm hoping for. I'm willing to make a prospect build if that happens. I get it. Are the season rewards the same on both gens? I want to say that they are. I can't recall if they... I want to say that they... Then again, they might not be. I don't think the actual reward is the same. They might vary. They might vary because I don't see you guys having go-karts in current gen on a cruise ship. So I think it's going to vary. Because the top season reward for season 1 is a go-kart on next gen. He said, well, I'm gonna just put on the black Air Forces. Menace is the new Heart Crusher. Probably worse. Yeah. Probably worse. We'll see what happens. Hey, what's up, Keenan? What's going on? Next gen posterizer animations killed the game. Definitely, and they're aware that. I was watching Ronnie 2K stream, and he brought up finishing, and he said he had a paint beast with a 95 block, and his words exactly was that he felt there was times where he felt helpless in the paint because he couldn't get any contests. So he addressed that. He addressed that clearly, and he barely has any reaction for the most part. But in that particular instance, he was like, just like how crazy overpowered the finishing was for current gen. I mean, for next gen 21. So he made it seem as if they knew that was the case, and that's going to be changed for 2K22. The rewards are the same on both gens. That's good. Current gen has go-karts. Nice. So they are the same. I could have sworn I had saw that somewhere, and then I was just like, I was thinking about it and saying, hold on, but will they have go-karts on current gen on a cruise ship? I don't know how that's gonna work. I appreciate y'all letting us know, man. Hopefully they fix getting less rep when you play on rival courts. I think they are gonna change that, although they haven't really addressed it. I think they are gonna change the penalty. I think they got the idea. It was one of the biggest complaints this year. I think they got the idea that has to change, and you can't, especially when you want to encourage exploration, you don't want to like penalize players for exploring and playing other places. This is supposed to be a community-based type of game. You don't want to limit the players out there. And I think their mind was focused on like boosting up the hype for rival day, and they disregarded the day-to-day. Yeah, that's why I think they messed up. Hopefully they fix Getty. Why do Ronnie 2K? I don't mind defense being OP, just means IQ is important on offense, which is good. That's how I kind of feel too, Elvis. Kind of feel that way as well. What I want to know, if somebody greens an aggressive dunk and another person perfectly times a block, who wins that matchup? I don't know if it's going to be greening a dunk rather than just there being a dunk meter. It's possible that might be the case, but it should be a 50-50 battle. That's where it should turn into like a 50-50 thing, where sometimes the offense will win, sometimes the defense will win. Hopefully that's the case. And I don't want to see no canned animations. Hey, 420 super chat from RVN. Been a while. Spreading some good vibes tonight. Appreciate it, RVN. Thank you. That's a great idea. Green light for blocks. Green light for blocks would be awesome. Yeah, Rookieville's gone. Rookieville is gone and has been confirmed by the executive producer. I talked about it before. The shot meter, I'm not a shot meter type of player. I think it's good. I don't see anything bad about it. I always try to look at it from like the new player perspective. How is a new player going to receive this shot meter? And I think shot meter that big, if a veteran players usually don't use, or competitive players usually don't use the shot meter. So I think it's good for, if you're looking at the shot meter, how big it is, I think it's good for new players to use a shot meter, something similar like that. I watch your channel a lot. Keep up the good work. Add my gamer tag. Yes, sir. Send me a friend request. I'll add you. Appreciate you, Duke. Thank you so much for watching, man. I appreciate you coming through to the live stream, too. Love is love. Hey, man, that is so dope. 196 people in the chat showing love. Super dope. Let's see what hold on. While I'm out here, I want to see what this thing is doing right now, because this joint is going crazy today. So we're about to pull up on 26,000 followers on TikTok. That is right there. Hella interesting. I'm gonna double check if Mike Wang has dropped anything else. The flexible release badge gone. There's so much more. Yeah, boost the frequency. We got that. Yeah, the aggressive skill dunk feature is only for next gen. How will they know? How will they know I'm a all-star? I guess I only hit level 20. Are you gonna be the same clothes that was in 2K20? There's gonna be new clothes. Do you think center builds are gonna be better? I think center builds are gonna be better. They're gonna be better than last year. I know that. They're gonna be better. Well, they're gonna be better than 2K21, I should say. How you guys doing over there with the storm? No, not much of a storm over here. No, it just rained a little. What up, Raps? What's good? Appreciate the sub, young DJ. Hoping that current gen will have build diversity. Well, they're adding some pie charts, so that should create a certain level of build diversity. But if a build is OP, you already know how that goes. If a build is OP, that's all you're gonna see out there. It's really gonna be dependent on 2K following through on everything they're talking about. If they follow through on balancing the gameplay mechanics, balancing offense and defense, if they follow through on the idea from Ronnie 2K, his exact words were, they put a focus on defense, and the way he put it was, we know defense wins games, defense wins championships. That's how he put it on live stream. That was just recent. So with that in mind, if they follow through on that, as long as the offense has the tools there at their disposal, then defense might be really, really good in the beginning, and then the offense will balance out that defense as the year progresses on, and then it should end with a balanced game. Why Ronnie 2K act like a little kid? That's good. New York is going crazy right now. Oh man. Stay safe out there, my brother. Prodigy, that's what I'm saying. There, I think there's people completed the season, people didn't. I see what you're saying. Is there gonna be like an all-star level? Is there gonna be a superstar level, or is it just legend or nothing? Because they did say you're gonna. Because we was trying to understand that as well. And they just had level when they showed the player card. They just had overall and level, and there was nowhere that said like what was your rep level. It was just like overall and your level for the season, and your level for the season resets. So it may very well just be like legend or nothing this year, or maybe completing one season makes you an all-star, completing another season makes you a superstar, and something like that. I don't know, maybe that is right. That's a good question. That was a good question. Yo, what up, all clutch? Do you think there will be OP builds? They're making it seem as if there's not going to be OP builds. From everything we're seeing so far, it looks like the cover builds are going to be if any build is going to be OP, it's the cover builds. Yeah, maybe every season you complete a level up. I'm kind of glad there is no rep system in 22. I see a lot of people run from other people, but they may still run because of the level. Well, it's going to be different. There's going to be different priorities this year. And then you got matchmaking to help balance things out. If you guys are worried about people running and games taking too long, you're waiting on the dots, or you can't find people to run with, you could always go into matchmaking, considering they really make it work this year. Hopefully they make matchmaking work this year. I do want to say that they haven't done a good job with making matchmaking work. From as far back as I can remember, with 10 events and just other events that had to do with matchmaking, there was always a certain level of latency or lag that was hella inconsistent. Matchmaking worked fairly decent when you think about rec, where there was a lack of latency, but in events, it seemed to always be a problem. So hopefully they get it right. What do you know about current gen? It depends how hard the grind is. Current gen is a lot going on. There's a lot to know about current gen. That'll take the whole stream to talk about everything that we know about current gen. But you can stay connected with us, man, as we cover everything current gen and next gen. Yeah, man, Tyquil, I'm hyped as well. I know that one of these things, at least to get the games, we have 2 games to look forward to. And I think there's gonna be even certain modes. Like I am super hyped to get into MyTeam this year. So I started up MyTeam at the very end of 2K21, and I never played MyTeam before, ever. And I thought it was super exciting. So being that it was super exciting, I'm like, well, I don't want to grind it because it's only like less than a month to 2K22. I said I'll wait for 2K22 and get the grinding on MyTeam. But there's so much more to explore as well, because we got the quests and all of those objectives, the new city, the seasons, and obtaining all those. I know people want to get the rewards for the seasons. And then you got current gen with the cruise ship, going to different locales and the events that you're going to experience when you get to like the Caribbean, or when you get to Iceland, or when you get to Egypt. Hey, $10 from Demonic CD. Hey, thank you so much, Demonic. I appreciate that love, man. Shout out to Demonic CD, $10 super chat. Let's go. Osei Newton, you didn't miss much. We're just talking. My team is infuriating. Did a lot of my team last year. Grinded throughout the year was fun. Nice change from normal 2K. Yeah, I was wondering about that because veteran my team players I know feel differently from what I felt being a new player. And I think it's good for you guys to probably hear what it's like for a new player getting on the mode for the very first time. And I'm a veteran 2K player, but just never played my team. I've been playing 2K since the very first 2K ever released on Dreamcast, but never once went into my team. So I have heard you guys complaints before, but I gotta tell you, a new Jack going into the mode for the first time, it was overwhelming at first. I remember seeing, and this is very recently, it's fresh on my mind, seeing all of the menus and all of that. I love how 2K kind of pointed you in the right direction and told you everything, what was what. So I was able to get the hang of it fairly quickly, even though there's a lot that I still don't know. But I was curious to see, like, am I getting myself into a mode that's gonna infuriate me in the future? I was wondering about that as well. What up, Game Winner? What's good? Hey, thank you so much, Demonic. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate the love and good vibes, man, we're receiving today. I mean, we receive it every day, but I always appreciate it every time it happens. It's fun. Dan Wall said it's fun, but trying to play competitively can drive you insane. Well, I gotta tell you, I had no intention of going online with it. I think that's where I knew I didn't even go online with it in my first trial run of my team for 2K21. I feel like that's where a lot of the frustration will be, especially considering the way I was playing with the players. That's got to be insane. The players are doing everything out there. I don't want to go up against no Galaxy, Opal, Pink Diamond, Alligator Green, LeBron James card. I don't know. I hope they don't make it so Power Forwards can dribble. Dreamcast squad? Do you think there will be any more news before it's released? Oh, there's a ton more news. Yeah, we still got a ton more news, yeah. We still got my team information coming up this week. So my take and experience was that normally didn't play my team, but played 2K a lot of the most. What's cracking, Mr. Tag? What's good? What up, Mr. Tag? Appreciate you coming back through. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to there's so many different modes, and I think if we let ourselves explore, mind you, I'm trying my best to practice what I preach, but my team was a good experience to say, like, hey, maybe you should try exploring. So maybe give it a chance, give yourselves chances to explore the different game modes. I haven't even explored more than half the game modes, so and my team was such a good experience that I think I may even explore further outside of playing Park and Pro-Am and Rec. I do love Park, Pro-Am, and Rec. That's probably where I'll be hands down. But man, it was fun experiencing something different. You grind your team and then go up against a full squad of 7-3 Dark Matter cards launching from half court. And that's why I said I knew I was going to stay off of online. I played my team since 2K19 and started grinding 2K my team in March. And then I had all the reward invincibles, including Hakeem, not Tatum, by the end of the year. Nice. That's dope, Tommy. I wish I could just take my favorite players on my team and compete because I have IQ, not because I have the best cards. I think that's where the frustration will lie. And then the gameplay is so dramatically different when you're going up against players with amazing cards. They're playing like they know they can't miss. And I knew that was going to be the case. This is why I stood away from online. The second that I saw how my players were when I had like a pink diamond card, I said, yo, what in the world? Like I had a it came with the Zion pink diamond card, and then I purchased. Shout out to Bless. Bless told me to go check for the Manu Ginobili card, and I got that one. And seeing everything they could do, it was almost humorous, man. It was like a joke how different. And I started with like regular players because I didn't know what I was doing at all. So I started with regular players, and I was like, man, it's a challenge, but at least I was competing against the AI. When I got those cards, it was a GG. It was a GG. So I said, I can only imagine these goats out here. Why does Ronnie try my league? I'll try it. I'll try it. Any word on when PS5 is gonna be available? I know people share it in our I think James from Xbox been posting when PS5s are available in the Discord. He has been doing that. I've been seeing messages from him. You might want to just stay connected. I didn't take my player card into my team. I didn't even know that was a thing. Matter of fact, did I? No. I didn't do it. Just like in the show, the missions and challenges were fun offline, and I think that's where I'll stay. I think I'll stay there. I'll probably stay offline, and maybe I'll just for fun go online and live stream it just to see, just to give like y'all reaction of me getting my butt whooped online, because I know they're gonna kill me. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably hustle and grind offline and then go live stream with you guys, and maybe I could give me pointers. Just joined. Did you touch on new pie charts? I have, Undefeated Aaron. We talked a lot about the new pie charts this live stream, and they didn't tell us the new pie charts as of yet, but they did confirm. I dropped a TikTok video on it as well. They did confirm that we are going to see some new pie charts, and pie charts are back on current gen. Are you playing next or current gen? I'm going to play both, but I start on next gen locks. I'd watch that, fam. All right, Dan. Yeah, I'll do it. Beats by Vice. Hey, what up, Vice? That's a good name. Beats by Vice. I'm glad you changed it. That's a good name. It should always be Brandon. What does Vice do, Beats? His name is Beats by Vice. That's what he does, Beats. When is 2K22 trailer coming? The city trailer should be dropping the week of. I watched a live stream from Ronnie 2K a few days ago, and he did say that the trailer will be coming the week of. So we got a couple days before we see that city trailer. Maybe more than a few days, if that. Yes, sir, Beats. Big centers who can shoot and play defense are going to be meta. They might be meta bigs. Keep in mind, y'all, that the 2K community normally leans towards good dribbling, good shooting, and speed. So for centers, that may very well be the meta for big men. But it looks like this year the meta is going to be the old school type of guards, 6'3", 6'4", under. And people are going to lean towards speed and builds that could provide better shooting attributes, and those are going to be the guards. Builds that are faster is going to be the smaller guards. So can I get the all city hairstyle in 22? I'm not sure, man. I hollered at Mike Wang and Ronnie 2K. They didn't get back to me yet. I'm so happy to go back being a 6'4" point guard. I'm happy to see smaller guards back in the game as well. It was a little silly. I really didn't like. I tried creating a guard. I had a floor spacing slasher, and I brought him out once when I created him. I didn't really like what I saw out there, especially 6'7s was so dominant in 2K21 next gen. Then I brought him out again, and it was just silly. it was just silly to have a player like that out there, in my opinion. When you had 6'7s that could do so much more. What up? What up, Shane? What's good, bro? I don't know if centers are only going to be good in Pro Am and Rec. I don't know if that's so much going to be the case. It's very possible. It's very possible that a 6'7 build might be good to run center for a part game. Like if we think of 2K20, we had those 6'7 two-way finishers. And they were hella dominant. So I could see that being the case for 2K22. And it may very well be the case that centers will be mainly for, especially if you're making a big center, it'd be mainly for Pro Am and Rec. My feelings were hurt by that with that 6'5 point guard. 2K20, it was good to have the 6'5 two-way slashing playmaker, but then you had those 6'4, 6'3. Coast to Coast was good. How you like that balance to be given? How you like that balance to be given what we know? Oh, well, I like that they're giving balance. I don't know exactly if you're referring to that. Yes, sir. TikTok is going crazy. Well, we working, Shane. We just gonna keep working. I just keep doing my thing, man. I have fun doing it, so it's easier when you have fun doing it. And I like that it's connected with everything else. You know what I mean? Love my 6'5 build in 20. Yeah, I love the 6'5 build as well. I tried creating a smaller build, but it didn't work the same for me. Hoping to find that metric build early, or the meta build. There's always one big build that's getting a ton of badges and animations. We're gonna look for that, Dan. We're definitely gonna look for that. We're gonna look for that one build. I meant, how do you like the balance to be? Well, the way that I would like the balance to be for 2K22 is just, listen, the way I see it is that for 2K to allow balance, I think the key aspect of allowing balance is going to be giving player control, like giving the user full control. If they go left, your player should go left. It shouldn't matter what the offensive player does. Your player should always go left if you trigger left. If you hit up to do a shot contest, your player should immediately, like a puppet, just like a puppet. If I move a puppet's hand up, his hand should go up. If I tell my puppet I want him to swing his hand for a block, he should swing his hand for a block. The same goes with offense. If I tell my puppet or my character that I want you to go up for a dunk animation, you should never see a layup animation. And there's controller cues that trigger a dunk animation. If they give that control to us and don't allow any, like, my offensive move should not do anything to you except cause a misdirection. In other words, if I trigger a particular move and you misread it and go right, that's one thing different. But me triggering a particular move to stun you and then allow me to go left, something that makes the defender lose control of his player, then that's when they start lacking game balance, and that's when things start becoming overpowered and cheesy. So I just think the key to providing the game balance is going to be all about responsiveness and freedom to move, like at your discretion, with nothing else involved. Just allow you to trigger your animation, allow me to trigger my animation, and the outcome should vary 50-50. Sometimes the offense wins, sometimes the defense wins. And that should be dependent on attributes and things like that. I think that's a good way to create balance in the game. I know you guys may feel differently, but I think that's a good way to create balance. I want to go with a 7-foot center, but I'm not sure how the attributes will line up. May go 6'9". Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Making a 6'1" Rondo build. It's tough to say. I always make a guard. May try that, but not sure. I feel you. I suck as a guard. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I see that, man. I think it's a good way to create balance. Just give control back to the player and let us play. That's the skill gap. The skill gap is just letting the players play. But they need to have the freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, the players need to have freedom. The defense needs to have freedom. The offense needs to have freedom. And then everything else be determined on your general knowledge of basketball. But that's, like 2K21 strayed far away from that. You could have played soccer your whole life and you would have been really good at 2K21. You could have never played basketball, seen a basketball ever in your life. You got on 2K21, you could have been a GOAT. You could have been playing hacky sack all day since you was a kid up until 25 years old in a dark room. You got on 2K21 the first time they put on lights in your life, and you would have been amazing. It's just so sick. That game had me sick. 2K21 had me sick. It was so silly. I hope he doesn't change much the first week either. The Narrow Owl, I'm confused. Why is everyone going shorter with the big? People aren't going shorter. You're talking about the 2K21? 2K21, the reason why people went shorter is because smaller centers are 100 times better than bigger centers. Could do so much more on offense and defense than bigger centers. It's silly. It's silly to create a big man on next gen. 6'8", if you want to be, the only thing you should consider for a big man is 6'8", if you want to be like a center for Pro-Am, Rec, and Play and Park as well. Or just run a 6'7" build if you're just running Park alone. Yeah, in my opinion, it was just silly to make a big man in 2K21 next gen. If you're talking about 2K22, yeah, nobody's determined what type of build they're making yet. I mean to say, nobody can officially determine what type of build they're gonna make yet. That's what I mean to say. You just gotta wait and see how good interior defense is gonna be. How good is the interior defensive attribute gonna be? How good a shot contest? I've been trying to bring back IQ into the game the longest. Haven't met anyone who was on that wavelength. Appreciate you even more, man. I found your page about 2 weeks ago. Well, I appreciate you, Theo. Appreciate you watching. We be out here. We've been playing 2K for a long time. And we got a great gaming Theo. You should consider joining us on Discord. What up, God Soldier? What's good? Yu-Gi-Oh! What's good, Yu-Gi-Oh? Consider joining us on Discord, man. We have a great gaming community on Discord. And if you want to stay connected with me and everybody else throughout the day, I be on Discord all day, easily accessible. So if you got questions or something like that, you just want to connect with other 2K players, Discord is a great active community. They could have let us test out the player builder. All right, Theo, sounds good. I feel like a shooting guard gonna be OP with mid-range. I think I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the mid-range. The mid-range game is something that it's been a lost art and it's been gone for 2K for long enough, and I think it's time they bring it back. I want to see teardrops back in the game, which Mike Wang said is gonna be something. And he said middies are money, so Yeah, they do need to add physical strength, and physical strength should be appreciate the follow, Timothy. Like your actual strength if there even is gonna be a strength attribute, um, you should see that stuff. You should see that stuff like in your post moves. Um, there's plenty of opportunities to showcase strength, and I think they need to really, hopefully they're able to do that this year. I believe that's the problem. If there were more players who play with their position and as a team, it wouldn't be so bad. Has there been any mention of strength? There hasn't. I haven't seen anything about strength. What do you think about Kawhi Leonard build two-way scoring machine for 22? I think that's a good option. I think is a good thought as of right now. I'm not gonna agree with it, like say that's a go-ahead build, but I'm kind of leaning toward that way. Something like that as well. Something like a P-lock. 2K19 was the last time MIDI was good. My shot creator was going crazy. And I was telling people, I'm like, because we was talking about this the last live stream, and they're like, but nobody takes a mid-range. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was not too long ago that that was a go-to shot for players. The MIDI was there. It was an option. If you have P-locks out there, you just beat the P-lock, get a step ahead of him, and take a MIDI. I mean, man, I've been playing this game too long. Like, I got an answer for everything. I've been playing this game too long. If there's strength, I don't think it will affect unless you're getting back down. And that's what I mean. Like, they need to find better ways for strength to be effective. Thoughts on badge points being significantly increased? I like the freedom in badge points. I don't think these things should determine the game. 2K needs to stop making badge points like your grind. This shouldn't be the grind. They need to come up with, which well they did probably with seasons. They came up with better ways to force your grind. So your grind is going to be getting through the seasons and doing these quests. And hopefully that's the case. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully that's the case where they no longer make grinding for your badge so much of like that a thing. We don't want that to be a thing no more. So I'm glad that they're giving us the badges. Let us get the badges and put them into action. And the game is about basketball, not about grinding for badges. So I like this idea that they're giving us more is significantly increased, and hopefully they give us this freedom to utilize these badges and put them to work instead of working to get the badges. Hey, appreciate you, Chili. You know, I consistently make a mid-range slasher with the hope of creating more floater and mid-range opportunities, but 2K21 didn't allow that. I've been wanting that type of gameplay for a long time, and 2K21 just completely failed at allowing a mid-range or any type of floating option to create some, you know, I come from an era of 2K where you used to have some finesse when you was driving. You could either go crazy and take off, you could reverse. You had, not that you can't reverse now, but you had these options that left a defender who wanted to stand dead in the middle of the paint. You could make him look stupid for standing there, where you could attack and just, or act like you're gonna attack and throw up a floater right over his head. Or you could fake like you're gonna do a floater and then really attack, hit him with a reverse dunk. There was so many options where you felt that you were actually in control of your finishing, where 2K and 21, 2K just took over control of your finishing. You just felt in control because you got the results were heavily in your favor when you were driving in the rack or driving to the rack. So you just felt like you were in control, but that it was more of an illusion in 2K21. In previous versions of 2K, you had control. And it's hard to go from that to see what 21 was, and hopefully we could go back to having that control. Kyrie build would be nice if floaters are back. Yeah, man, I would love to see floaters back. Has anyone heard there is a +4 to all attributes when you hit 99? There's not gonna be a, you guys are saying like +4 to all. I've heard this before. The +4 was like 95 to 99. I don't know if you're gonna get like 95 to 99 again this year. I think it's because on next gen, on current gen, I'm not sure. Current gen is gonna go through the old system, but next gen, as soon as you hit 99, you're staying at 99. There's not gonna be a drop. So you get your player to 99 and you stay there. You're not losing your 99 overall. So I don't know if they're gonna be additional attributes from 95 to 99. It's just gotta wait and see how that works out. Not popular, but I think they should go full RPG and allow you to grow through drills and seasons and quests. But that would cut into the VC. That would definitely cut into the VC. They gotta find different ways to make it, which I think they're attempting to do with seasons. They're trying to find different ways to get money in, and hopefully seasons is successful. More so, hopefully the gameplay is successful this year, so they have a base foundation. If the gameplay is successful, they have a base foundation to charge for seasons. And they just got to keep in mind that the gameplay needs to be fully successful in order for you to start charging for seasons, because the grind cannot be the season. The season that you're paying for is supposed to be incentives, not something that you're grinding out. Hopefully that's the case. No more glitchy spin dunk from the 3-point line, but I could tell you I have countless highlights in 2K21 spin dunking from inside the 3-point line. So the spin dunk is not something that I was doing or needed to do from the 3-point line. I oftentimes did it from more times than not, I did it from inside the 3-point line. And Mike, they did confirm that you could still do the spin dunk, but it's not from inside it's not from the 3-point line. So hopefully it's no different. Maybe they just, hey, $10 from Brisk Clown. Appreciate the $10 super chat, Brisk Clown. Should 2K go back to drills in 2K11? Man, I can't really remember the drills in 2K11. I think it would be harder to reach 99 overall. Is 99 permanent? Yeah, 99 permanent is only for next gen. Should 2K go back to the drills? And what were the drills like in 2K11, Brisk Clown? Is it like you're talking about workout drills? Or like gameplay drills? Yeah, only next gen. It's only going to be for next gen. Current gen is going to have the same system. Current gen is going to have the same 95 to 99 where you can lose your overall. Recent 2Ks, in my opinion, there will always be exploits found, facts, and patches to help fix what should have been addressed before a game release. I think that's facts. Like, there's going to be patches. 2K did have a shorter development cycle for 2K22, and there'll probably be more patches this time. Hopefully they're able to release these things quicker to address any. You got to remember, in 2K21 when it dropped, they had these weird, like it was silly, the stuff that we had to patch, like joining your friends. That was just silly stuff, or choppiness, silly stuff that should have definitely been addressed before release. And hopefully we're not going through the same thing this time around. Hopefully it's just minor gameplay adjustments that they want to help create balance. But the problem is when 2K tries to create balance, they end up fixing one thing to mess up 6 other things. We just gotta see how they approach it this year. I'm gonna be watching a lot. Talking about the workout drills, if you want it to be better, at shooting, you go to the gym and shoot. I feel you, Brisk Clown. Yes, the old way of doing things. If you wanted to be better at shooting, you go to the gym and shoot. Or you have like finishing drills, or I wouldn't mind seeing that again. I really wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't know how they intend to approach things like that this year. I know they did mention for the W. In the W, you're gonna have like these workouts where you play against other people and you can play against other stars, and then end up, if you beat the star, it'll provide you additional attributes, and it may prove to be something similar in my career, where you'll have these drills to play against stars and then get them on your side, to get them on your team to play against other stars. Maybe something like that. That might be interesting. I would like to see drills like that. They did mention that you are going to have drills similar to what we've been used to. Stage is back in 22. One person says stage is back in 22. Another person says stage is gone. You guys remember you couldn't tell when you got the badges? They would pop up randomly. Yeah, I remember that, man, because what's the homie's name? I forgot the homie's name. I can't believe I forgot his name, because he's Man Grindhard. Man Grindhard used to have it like as you were playing the game, it would pop up. But he used to live stream, and whenever somebody subscribed, he had it pop up. And I got so hyped when I was able to create the same badge animation myself on Photoshop, and it was all animated. But yeah, man, yeah, I remember when you would the badge would just randomly pop up while you were in the game. You didn't know when it was gonna pop up. You didn't know how it was gonna pop up. Well, you knew how from doing the same things, or doing what you wanted to do for that badge, or needed to do for that badge. But yeah, those good times. Good times. Organic growth will cut into money they make off VC. But I say just charge more for in-game items. I missed 2K17 badge grind. When you got badges in 17, yeah, it was a good experience, man. It was really a good experience to get these animations. Although, like I said, I really don't want to be grinding for badges. I think it's old. I think it's some that they needed to change. Hopefully they've changed it this year. I don't want badges to be super easy, but I don't want to be thinking about it. Like, I want to be able to just, play my game off the attributes that I have, and badges should come along the way. From me enjoying myself, badges should come along the way. I shouldn't feel that it's a nuisance to go and grind for a badge. And I think that's what 2K has had trouble with over the past couple of years. Like, it's been a nuisance to say, because the first player might not be so difficult. And especially if you create an inside player or a big, it's super easy to get your badges. You don't even need to go to my career game. You can just go into the park, rec, or pro-am and get your badges. But after that first player, it starts becoming a nuisance to grind for badges. I don't know if I'd rather just get points and put them where I want. It's hard. I just mean to say, I want to be able to play freely with the attributes, feel comfortable with my attributes, and then see slight increases in my gameplay when I get those additional badges. That's what I'm more so saying. So I guess you could compare it to, like, so that skill becomes priority over everything. You feel what I'm saying? Not like I gotta get this badge so I can be better. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be more so based. You got your primary foundation for a build with its attributes, and you got a good foundation to really compete with. and then you go and you take that foundation and you compete and slowly get these badges along the way. But it shouldn't be like a grind to get the badges where you feel it's a nuisance. That's, I guess, what I'm getting at there. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad they bringing back the My Court for next gen. I'm glad they bringing it back as well, man. It's gonna be called the Player Hub, or the My Court Hub. And you guys are now, I forgot about that. You guys are now gonna have the ability to work your way up into a penthouse in the sky. So you're gonna start out with something real simple, and as you do these quests and you choose different ventures and accomplish certain challenges in the game, you become more successful. It would also show as you grow, like your hub will then grow until you can get a penthouse in the sky. At least that's what they refer to it as. How do you feel about the dunk builder? So is a dunk style creator, and that's exactly how they phrased it. And I think if it was just a dunk creator, they would have named it just a dunk creator, similar to like the shooting thing. But they were sure to phrase things odd, to say the least. They named it the dunk style creator. And it seemed to me, from what I gathered from what they were saying, it seemed like it was more so about creating a loadout of dunks or putting together a loadout of dunks that had a specific style to them, had like finesse dunks or takeoff dunks or aggressive dunks, things like this, rather than creating an animation for a dunk, which a lot of people probably think that's going to happen. I don't personally think that's what the dunk style creator is going to be. I don't think you're going to have control over the animation. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong, and I'd be happy to be wrong. But I don't think you're going to be like creating an actual dunk animation. We got to see. You got to see what they... So you choose how you look dunking the ball. I think it's more so like you could put together the type of styles you want for dunking the ball. I don't know for sure, but that's what I gathered because of the way they were phrasing things. I said, hold on, this sounds kind of weird. Yeah, you see that, Theo? You should get badges with overall, so it's one thing you need to focus on. That's not a bad idea, Robin Jet. Getting badges with your overall. That's not a bad idea. You go to 85, you get additional badge points. I get it. But it's gonna be a badge like a meter that they said you fill up, and then you're gonna have that list where you see your badge loadouts, and you will have, when you go to each particular one, it'll tell you like how many badge points needed to get that badge. And you'll just accumulate badge points along the way, and you could apply those badge points wherever you see fit. So it gives you freedom. At least that's how they put it. I just started watching you, but I like your vibe. Appreciate you, Philly Rage. Thank you for watching too. I appreciate ya. Rafa, what it is, Rafa? The mid-range is coming back. Yes. The mid-range, the leaners, the faders, even deep range shots are there. So for as many people that want or are happy to take the mid-range, there's going to be a bunch of people taking them long range leaners. It's going to be a scary year for shooters. You got like the limitless spot up badge that's going to allow people to shoot from logo range on catch and just shoot shots. And then you got the chef badge that's going to allow people to shoot from 30 feet out off hop jumpers and leaners. I appreciate you, Cordell. What up, Emo? Hoping 2K finally realized that releasing adequate info for a game, such as badge level benefits, boosts, are finally provided and not left you guys like AC, 2s, etc. to have to figure it out. Word up. Just be transparent, 2K. Be transparent is the best way to be. Well, shout out to everybody in the stream. We are 2 hours in. Just keep the skyhooks. It looks like they brought skyhooks back as well. I'm not sure of the build yet, but I think I'm leaning towards a two-way type of build, but we'll definitely get into that more on the next stream. We are 2 hours in, 187 in the chat. Appreciate you guys so much for all the love and support. You guys are absolutely amazing. I hope you guys all have a safe and blessed rest of your night. I really like vibing out with you guys. We'll do this again tomorrow. Y'all be easy.